So today I want to talk about Nana. Let's talk about how the scene where Takumi is telling Nana O that him and Nana K are getting married was essentially Nana K choosing her owner. And I say owner because Nana K's nickname in the manga is Hachi, or Hachiko. The name Hachiko comes from this story of a dog who was really loyal to its owner. And basically, even after 9 years of the owner being dead, the dog was still waiting for its owner. So the whole name of Hachi or Hachiko is supposed to symbolize loyalty and devotion and obedience like a dog. And we see earlier in the manga Nana O give Nanake this name of Hachiko. It's when they're out shopping and Nanake is, crying over these cups. She's like, oh my gosh, we have to get these strawberry cups. Put a pin in that because we're going to talk about those strawberry cups and the importance of them in the scene where Nanake chooses her owner, quote unquote. But basically, Nanake's like, please, let's get these cups. And Nana O's like, ooh, I think I know how poor Shoji feels now. And Nanake's like, what? And Nana O's just like, look, you're like a little puppy. And she's like, you take a lot of liking to others, you're docile, you're obedient, and you desire so much attention. But Nana O's just like, you know what, it's not really a problem for me because I wanted a dog anyway. And it's funny because Nana K kind of just accepts the name. She's just like, but why Hachi? Couldn't you have chosen a different name? But this is symbolic of Nana O's claim on Nana K. And it's also symbolic of Nana K's acceptance of that claim. Of course, on one level, it's just, friends joking around because, again, they have the same name. But on another level, okay, we're reading in between the lines here. This is also Nana O's claim on Nana K. This is her giving her pet, quote unquote, its name. So remember that Nana O gave Nana K the name Hachi, and that is what the people of Blast call her. And she does fit this name because she does act and embody the characteristics of little Hachiko, this obedient dog that requires a lot of attention and has, a lot of loyalty. And we see that for Nana O, it is not just a name. Because in this scene, we see where, she's talking to Nobu. She's like, well, anyway, I'm just happy that you got Hachiko. And this is when Nanake and Nobu start dating. Okay, this is after she quote unquote ends it with Takumi, when we know damn well Nanake didn't actually end anything with Takumi. She never mentioned about not sleeping with him anymore. She never mentioned to not come to her place anymore. She never mentioned getting into another relationship or having a boyfriend or anything like that. At the end of the day, that's her business. She don't gotta tell him what she finna do, but she needs to tell him, hey, don't show up at my house no more. Don't try to slang nothing no more because I'm not taking it. I don't want it. I'm moving on. And for anybody acting like, oh, well, they were just hooking up, she don't need to explain it. Yes, if you are getting into a monogamous relationship, matter of fact, let's just pull up the clips just so that we can clear this up, okay? For all the people that think that Nana K actually ended anything with Takumi. So remember, Nobu told Nana K, when you have left Takumi and when you no longer have feelings for him anymore, come see me, okay? Trust me, I will wait for you. He gave her clear instructions. So what did Nana do? She texted Takumi. She said, I'd like to talk to you. Could you call me when you have a bit of free time? Sorry to bother you in the middle of work, Nana. Takumi calls her back immediately. And she was like, damn, you didn't need to react so fast. And he's like, what do you want to talk about? And she's not saying anything. He's like, what, is something up with you? And she's like, oh, this is impossible by phone. I can't tell him goodbye with a simple phone call. And she's like, could we meet to discuss right now? And he's just like, huh? Like, oh, I'm sorry, we're in the middle of filming. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry for bothering you. He's really like, it's fine. I have time right now. And so they're doing all this small talk like it's a regular conversation because, again, to Takumi, he just feels like, oh, okay, this is just regular conversation. And she's like, this isn't the right time. This isn't going well because it just seems so regular. Like, this isn't the right time to discuss this. And so Takumi's like, what's going on with you? Is this something that you can't really discuss over the phone? And he was just like, wait, don't tell me you're pregnant. And she's like, what? Like, of course not. Mind you, the whole time she actually is pregnant and don't even know it yet. And he's like, oh, okay, good. That I'm relieved. Like, don't scare me like that. He was like, it don't seem like it, but I'm a sensitive man. And so on the outside, she's like, sorry. But on the inside, she's like, annoying. And then she gets offended by what he said. And she's like, wait, he doesn't have the right to put all the responsibilities on me. And in another translation of the manga, she has said something along the lines of, like, what kind of guy says that to a girl? Like, oh, he's relieved. But mind you, this is in her inner monologue. She is not saying this out loud. And so then Rin on the other side of the phone comes to, tell Takumi, it's your turn. Like, you got to go back to work. And so on the other side of the phone, Nana K is, upset. She's choosing to let this get her upset rather than telling him that it's over and that she no longer wants him to pull up and that she no longer wants that dangling. And so in her head, she's like, what kind of guy is he? Like, does he have a humanity problem? And what am I apologizing for? Mind you, this is all in her head. She is not speaking this out loud. The last thing Takumi heard her say is, oh, sorry. And so then when Ren came and Takumi was like, oh, okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. And so the last thing Takumi hears is her say, oh, sorry. And then he's like, okay, I actually gotta go. I'll talk to you later. And then she's like, actually, no need to. Better yet, you don't even need to call me back, actually. And then she's like, bye, and hangs up. And so then Takumi's just like, what the fuck? Because think about it, on the outside, he said, wait, don't tell me that you're pregnant. And she's like, no, of course not. And then he was just like, oh, okay, that's a relief. Don't scare me like that. I'm a sensitive man. And she was like, oh, sorry. And then literally after that, she was just like, well, after he was like, oh, actually, I have to go. I'll talk to you later. She was just like, actually, don't call me back. Bye. Huh? That's not ending anything, honey. And for anybody thinking that that's ending anything, it's not. It's just getting upset over what seems like nothing and then hanging up in his face. And so then he's just like, Nana got mad. And then Ren was just basically like, it's probably because how you talk to people. Like, why would you tell her you were relieved that she wasn't pregnant? And mind you, this is coming from somebody, Ren, who's been trying to get Nana O pregnant. Like, don't get me started on Ren and Nana O, honey. They are so damn toxic. But he wants Nana O all to himself, so much so to where he is willing to trap her with a baby. So for him to see Takumi be like, oh, thank goodness you're not pregnant. Like, don't scare me like that. He's like, look at how you talking to her. Like, hello, of course she's gonna be upset. And he was like, you say you're sensitive, but there's not an ounce of sensitivity in you. And it's funny because, again, this is coming from Ren, who would rather have Nana O act like Nana K. He wants a Nana K and Nana O. He wants somebody who would just be a housewife, cook and clean for him, stay indoors, just be his number one fan. That's what he wants. He doesn't want Nana O to be independent. He says this when he's talking to Reira. Like, he mentions to Reira that he proposed to Nana O just to keep Yasu away. Like, he's convinced that that's the only way to remove Yasu from Nana O's heart. Now, of course, that is not going to remove him from her heart. But, I mean, that will be like a legal boundary, I guess. But that don't mean Nana O just gonna stop loving him. Ren admits to Ray he's like, I've always wanted Nana O to stop singing. Like, that way she will remain by my side at all times and only think about me. That's all I wanted. He even goes as far as to say, like, lately I've been wanting to kill Nana, saying that he thinks this is the only way to keep her all to himself. And then later on he says, God, like, somebody kill me. Like, he knows that this is an unhealthy way of thinking. Like, this is no longer just love, it is obsession. And they are both obsessed with each other. It's a very unhealthy relationship. Like, aesthetic wise, yeah, everybody look good, right? But very unhealthy relationship. So somebody like Nana K would be a really good match for Ren because, yeah, that's exactly who Nana K is. Nana K finds joy in just, centering somebody. That's what Nana K does. Like, she'll center somebody. She just wants to cook and clean, be a housewife, be taken care of, and just be their number one fan. And that's what Ren wants Nana O to be like. And so for him to see Takumi basically have that and be, fumbling, in Ren's eyes, he's just like, bruh, look at how you act. I can see why she upset. Like, I wish my girl would act like that. So anyway, let's go back to this silly conversation. So Nana K gets off the phone call talking about, it's done. I told him. Girl, what did you tell him? What did you tell him? This is why I feel like anytime somebody's in the comments talking about, but Nana K did end things with him. She just did it her way. I'm like, oh. Oh. Either you don't have media literacy or you are someone who relates to Nana K so bad that you probably do the same things and you choose when to communicate well. Because that's another thing. People will be like, oh, well, that's just Nana K's way of communicating. Nana K knows how to communicate, y'all. It's just when she wants to do it. Let's not forget when she had Masato stay with her for the summer and she told Takumi, do not come over. Let's look at the text, right? She said, I'm having someone stay at my house till the end of the summer vacation. So please do not come over at my home, okay? That was very clear and concise. Do not come over. I have a friend over, okay? So, of course, after that type of text, Takumi gonna call her quick. Because mind you, they are sleeping with each other. Whether they consider themselves boyfriend or girlfriend, situationship, hookup, whatever, side piece, it don't matter. They are sleeping together. And their arrangement is that whenever he's done with work or he has time to just pull up on her and drop that thing off. So of course, when she's saying, "Don't come over my place for the summer. I have a friend stay with me." Of course, he's gonna call and be like, "Okay, so what's going on?" So he's like, "Is the person you're having over to stay a girl?" And she's like, "Of course." And he's like, "Oh, all right. Well, good night." And Nana K's just like, damn. Because mind you, he's been working. He hasn't been talking to her. And so for her to get a phone call after she texted him that, she was like, finally, my dude is calling. And then he just like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. And then hangs up. And she's like, well, goddamn. And so then what also happens, okay? Nana K calls him back and she says, "I want to see you." She knows how to communicate, y'all. We have to stop infantilizing Nana K as if she's a little child that cannot do no wrong or that doesn't understand what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to communicate when she wants to effectively. Because right after that, she left Masato. Masato staying at her place. Mind you, she's underage. This is, she's somewhere by herself. She's staying at her place and she want to go see her man. Nana K want to go see her man. She was out that motherfucking door, honey. Out with her little purse and everything. She didn't even need an overnight bag. She said, I just need to see my man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I got to go. So all that to say, Nana K knows how to, effectively communicate. And so she purposely did not end things with Takumi because she didn't want to. She didn't want to. She even says that. We see this when she's walking with Nobu, and this is the night that Takumi kind of like pulls up on them, and she's like, she's looking at Nobu, she's liking him. She's like, you know what? Trap Nest, they have 2 days off, and if I don't hear anything back from Takumi, then I'll just be, considered the poor girl that was let down by him, right? Again, trying to keep that facade up of like, oh, woe is me, oh, the evil demon lord, and oh, I'm just, the innocent girl that got let down and got played. And look at her smiling, like she smiled about it because she's like, cool, it's all gonna work into the facade. I can keep this mask up. I don't have to look like the bad guy in any type of situation, or just I don't have to be held accountable, really. Because at the end of the day, you can sleep with whoever you want. But she understands that it says something about her to somebody like Nobu, who has a savior complex and who thinks that her farts don't stink, who thinks that she doesn't poop and piss like everybody else. Like, Nobu truly puts her on a pedestal, an unrealistic one, and that is a lot of pressure. And that's one of the big reasons why she can't 100% feel comfortable with Nobu, because of his savior complex, because she has to remain this perfect idea instead of like an actual woman with insecurities and flaws just like everybody else. But anyway, her inner monologue is saying, I'll just dump everything on Takumi's back and I'll be able to live another adventure. So basically saying, like, again, if I don't hear anything from Takumi in these 2 days, I'm going to just move on with Nobu. I could just dump everything on Takumi like I just got played, and I'll just be able to jump into something new. But when she's looking at Nobu, she's like, if they find out that all of this was calculated, my friends won't love me anymore. So this is what I'm saying when I say let's not infantilize Nana K, right? She's actually very smart. She is calculated. She does emotionally manipulate people. Nana O got her on that. Remember with the whole Shoji situation when she was like, oh, can you wait outside for me, with me, for Shoji, this, that, and the third. And Nana O was like, look, you don't gotta do all that all that emotional manipulation shit on me. Like, just tell me what you want from me and I got you. Like, Nana K is very calculated. She's a grown-ass woman. She knows what she wants. She just keeps doing stuff to, either for the plot, okay, because she wants to do it, right? And she has wants and, desires and all that kind of stuff. And also to keep her facade up. Like, she's constantly thinking about how people are going to perceive her, and how she's constantly thinking about, like, how can I keep this facade up? How can I stay looking and remain looking innocent, right? She's like, it may seem too perfect if, I go out with him and it just seems like Takumi just let me down. Like, I don't want Nobu to think I'm easy. And she's like, even if, to be honest, that's what I really am. Like, yeah, I'm grown. If I want to sleep with him, I want to sleep with him. If I want to sleep with Nobu now, I want to sleep with Nobu now. If I want to just jump out of something and jump into something else, that's what she wants to do. But because she has created this facade of like, oh, Hachi would never do that. Or, oh, I'm just this innocent, I'm just this innocent girl. I'm just a girl. Like, what? Like, that isn't really a part of her character that she's created. But that is the real her of like, yeah, I saw Takumi. He's my favorite in the band Trapness. I have this dude on my wall. So yeah, y'all had him come over my house. He likes my cooking. Yeah, he asked me to hang out the next day. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna fuck him. Yes, yes. Now he's not giving me the attention that I want. And now this dude is looking nice, and I like Nobu. So yeah, I kind of want to fuck him too. And if he can offer the attention that I desire, that I want from Takumi, but I'm not getting, why not? But that looks like on the outside easy. And she doesn't want to appear that way because that doesn't coincide with the facade that she has put up. So, and now again, because she hasn't really given the people around her the chance to get to know the real her, she only really does that with like Takumi, and I feel like even with like Junko. And I will say, these are two people, Junko and Takumi, that see the real her where she's at, right? This is not the healed her. This is just her, the real her, as in, yes, the broken her, the her that has a void that she keeps desperately trying to fill with other people, the her that centers other people, the her that doesn't love herself, the her that has low self-esteem, the her that has imposter syndrome. This is the her, but that is what we will say, quote unquote, the real her. This is not the healed her, right? But it is the real her. And she doesn't really allow anybody to see that real version of her except for Junko and except for Takumi. And these are two people that see her and that accept her. And you got one person, Junko, who always holds her accountable and pushes her to be better, even if it doesn't feel good in the moment. And she gets demonized for it. She does. And I will say with Junko, there's things that I personally would have done differently, or I personally would have said differently or delivered differently. Yes. But every time that Junko says something, it's under the premise of like trying to help her. It is. It's not like she's trying to hurt her, this, that, and the third. But I will say there, if it was me, and that's why I'll say like not too much self-insertion, because I'm like, well, it ain't me. And I ain't Junko. And I didn't have to deal with Nana K specifically. Have I dealt with people who act like Nana K? Yes. But did I ever deal with people? Did I ever deal with a Nana K? Like specifically? No. And I'm not Junko. So whenever I'm analyzing Junko, I also have to put myself in her shoes. But then when I analyze from other perspectives, I put myself in like Nana K's shoes. Of course, in the moment when Nana K's, fucking up or avoiding accountability, it is not going to feel nice to have somebody holding you accountable at all, or trying to get you to see, hey, what part did you play in this as well, instead of allowing you to sulk in this victim mentality. And that's going to allow you to spiral and self-sabotage even more. So of course, right? So you have one person trying to push her to be better, holding her accountable, knowing, like, seeing that potential and being like, look, like, and also feeling responsible for her. That's like Junko. Then you have this other person, Takumi, that accepts her as she is, but does not push her to be better. He accepts her exactly how she is. That the void, this low self-esteem, the imposter syndrome, I don't know if I would say self-loathing or self-hatred or self-sabotaging nature. He accepts all of it because he knows he's messed up too, and they do not try to better each other. They're just like, look, you ain't shit, I ain't shit. Let's just not be shit together. It's comfortable. And it's also comfortable for Nana K because, again, she doesn't have to wear a facade. And to always be wearing a facade with the people that you hang out with the most, like, that has to be exhausting, especially with somebody like Nobu. Like, it has to be exhausting because he does not view you as like a real woman. Like, he infantilizes you and looks at you as something that's pure and innocent and that can do no wrong. So therefore you have to do no wrong when you're around him so that you don't break that facade. Same thing with Nana O. She knows that Nana O has a different idea of her as well. And Nana O is also somebody who has feelings for Nana K. So again, has to be exhausting. When she's around Sheen looks up to Nana K like a mother. So she also has to, like, kind of put on like that role as well. That has to also be exhausting. With Takumi, she doesn't need to do that. And again, it's not a healthy situation at all, but it has to feel like a sense of relief a little bit to be able to let your hair down. So again, going back to the fact that she didn't want to end things with Takumi. She wanted Takumi to act right. She did, right? And that night of the whole Nobu Takumi Nana K debacle, he was acting right. And so with Nana O not being there, that drove her closer to Takumi. Okay, so now we're all on the same page. Nana K never ended things with Takumi, whether it was a situationship or whatever. She didn't end it, and it was on purpose because she didn't want to end it. So let's get back to what we were saying earlier, where we're talking about the name Hachiko and Nana O putting her claim on Nana K. And this scene where Nana O is talking to Nobu, shows that there's another layer to that Hachiko name. It's not just about, oh, the fact that both of our names are Nana, and so we got to name one of us something different, new. And oh, it's not just about the fact that, oh, she acts like a dog. It's also saying she's mine, she's my dog. And we see this when Nana O was like, oh, well, either way, I'm just really, glad you succeeded in getting Hachiko back. And then we see Nobu being like, yeah, I'm really thankful of you. And Nana O's like, why? Like, what you mean? And Nobu's like, well, I know you were supporting me. I felt like a really strong friendship from you. And Nana O's like, that wasn't for you. And so Nobu's like, oh, yeah? Okay, so it was for Hachiko then. Like, you told yourself that I'd be able to make her happy, right? Like, of course I'll make her happy. And Nana O's like, you're really too annoying, bro. Like, she's like, no, that's not it. Like, she was like, sorry, but all I've done is use you. And Nobu's trying to figure it out. He's like, okay, so is it revenge against Takumi? And Nana O's like, of course not. And then Nobu's like, okay, so then why? Like, what do you mean you're using me? And Nana O says to be able to keep an eye on Hachiko by releasing her in my own garden. Then she follows up with saying, you should take good care of her. Try not to let her run away anywhere. Excuse me? So again, letting us know that, oh no, I put claim on her. I gave her that name. I'm her owner. Okay, I'm okay with you, Nobu, dating her rather than Takumi because you're a part of my crew. Okay, you're in my backyard. So her being with you is allowing her to just roam free in my backyard. You're not a threat to me compared to Nana K being with Takumi, who again parallels Nana O. Takumi and Nana O parallel. Okay, to where that's a rival for her. He's a threat. And also, to Nana O, Takumi has already poached one of her peoples. Okay, he's already took Rin. He's already taken Rin, somebody else who she put claim on. So with Takumi now, like getting with Nana K, like this is personal for Nana O. Somebody else who she is developing feelings for, or no, she already has feelings for at this point. And we know Nana O is possessive, honey. So yeah, it's serious. So Nana O looks at herself as like Nana K's owner. Like, oh yeah, she belongs to me. So that's why the point where Takumi is telling Nana O that, oh, we're getting married, or she's moving out, like why it's so pivotal and why we get those strawberry glasses breaking, because it's, and why nothing was ever the same. Okay, like I'm telling y'all, this shit is deep. But during this scene, to add insult to injury, right after Nana O tells Nobu that, okay, and he realized like, oh, she was using me to get to Nana K, or to have Nana K for herself. This is when Nana K pops in and she's like, hey, and she like kind of grabs Nobu's arm, but then passes Nobu up and she's like, hey, Nana, and she passes Nobu up and goes to Nana. And then look at Nana's face. Look at Nana O's face. her eyes softened. She has like such a sweet smile after saying something so devious. And then she's, patting her head like a little puppy dog. And there is Nana K running to her owner. There's Hachiko running to her owner. And it really is a perfect like image of showing like Nobu's just a pit stop. And it's so sad. It really is. Like, Nobu is just a pit stop. And it's the same thing when it goes to like, Takumi, right? Like, Nana K can be chilling with Nobu. Remember that time when Nana K was chilling with Nobu and they're talking this, that, and the third, and then Takumi pulls up and she goes with Takumi? And again, even with the whole baby debacle, where it's just like they found out she was pregnant, and because Nana O wasn't there, Nobu's presence was not enough for Nana K. It just wasn't. Even when she left the apartment, she did not leave Nobu a letter. She left one for Nana O, though. Basically a damn love letter. That's why Rin was like, this is like a love letter. Why are you tripping? This is not like a breakup letter. Like, Nobu was just never enough. He was always a placeholder. And we see that at the end of the manga too, honey. Where it's like, Nana K is still married to Takumi, even though they're not living together. Junko's like, hey, why don't you divorce this man? And Nanake's like, there's more reasons to stay with him than there are to divorce. But she's still laying her head on Nobu, and Nobu's still there, and you could tell he still loved his girl. And again, just being in the place of a placeholder, because he has this girl put on a pedestal. And I really do think that he thinks someday it's going to be his turn. But if Takumi pulls up acting right, and even so, even if they choose to just live their life separately, it's like, this is still a married woman, and at any point in time, okay. And also, because we have to understand that Nanake does love Takumi, so at any point in time, shit can flip. But you're the placeholder, you're keeping the bedside warm. And I'm just like, okay, fool me once, what is it, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like, at some point, Nobu, enough is enough. We have to learn from our mistakes. Like, and we have to stop trying to save people, for real. Because right after Nanake, he gets with Asami, who, it's funny because real quick, like, he goes from Nanake, who is putting up this facade of being a really good girl, and him putting her up on a pedestal, right? Again, with the savior complex. And then he goes from somebody else who favors Nanake. They look very similar. But then this girl who is not putting up this facade, like this girl who is actively, in the sex work industry, she can be jealous, she can, be emotional, this, that, and third. She's just kind of putting it all out there, and he's trying to save her. So it's interesting because it's just like, Nanake, you didn't give people the chance to get to know you for real, like that version of you that you're not really proud of, and you keep thinking that they wouldn't accept you. And then Nobu ended up getting with somebody like Asami. He would have accepted you. He would have accepted you. That's the thing. Even though I feel like Nobu keeps putting himself in these positions where you're gonna get hurt. It just is what it is. You're gonna get hurt. But if he accepts Asami, he would have accepted you. And this has nothing to really do with Asami doing sex work necessarily, but kind of. Actually, no, it does. Because, again, with Nanake, hold on. When Sheen and Nobu was talking about Nanake, like, Nobu can't even fathom the fact that Nanake can get caught up in the moment and sleep with Takumi because she's also a fan. Nobu's like, no way. Hachi's not that kind of girl. like I'm pretty sure Takumi charmed her with the right words. She was led by the nose. Led by the nose? What does that sound like? That sounds like when you're trying to get a dog to come to you. You're like, come on, doggy, come on. And you have a little treat, and you're leading them by the nose. Again, looking at her as infantilizing her, looking at her as this like child, this innocent or innocent puppy dog that has to be led by the nose. He can't fathom that she is a grown ass woman making decisions for herself. Like, hello. And I love Sheen in this moment where he's just like, women, you think women don't have libidos? You think they don't have, desires? Like, look at Reira. Yeah, Reira surprised you too, right? So for Nobu to go from Nanake, who, again, he just thinks that she's just the most perfect little thing, right? He thinks that she doesn't poop or pee. Like, he thinks that she farts out butterflies type shit. Like, Nobu has a very childlike mentality when it comes to women. Like, it's insane. It's crazy. Again, infantilization. But for him to go from Nanake to Asami, and we're going to talk about that probably in another video, because it's like, it really does seem like he was trying to force himself in a situation where, of course, rebound, right? Okay. But force himself in a situation where this woman is clearly not innocent. And he's trying to accept her as she is, because he knows with Nanake, he had this idea of her that just was not the real her. And so he got blindsided by that. And so now he's going to somebody else who is clearly like the opposite, not trying to seem innocent. He sees the real her and he's trying to accept her. Now, mind you, that's not the worst thing to do. It's just the fact that you were not over Nanake. So you really shouldn't have been dating. It just is what it is. And if you are going to be dating, keep it casual, okay? Because Asami was getting a little too serious, and that's Asami's fault too, because it's like she thought she could replace Nanake's place in his heart. It's like, girl, this wound goes deep. But anyway, after the scene where Nana O was like, yeah, I basically used you, Nobu, to have Nanake closer to me instead of her being with Takumi. And Nobu's like, Nana, she's still as bad as she used to be. I thought Rin completely healed her. Again, another unrealistic idea of a woman to where it's just like, why do you feel that Rin completely healed her? But yeah, so Nobu's like, oh, I thought, Rin completely healed her. It's like, Nobu, I need you to wake the fuck up. Like, those abandonment issues run deep as fuck. Rin and her are unhealthy as hell. Rin and Nanao cannot heal each other. Okay? They can't even heal themselves. So, please. Again, just Nobu, very naive when it comes to certain things, and that's why he keep on getting hurt. But anyway, this scene between Nobu and Sheen, where they're talking about Nanao being really possessive, it just shows again that Nanao serious about this putting claim on Nana K's situation. Because, Sheen's like, yeah, well, Nana is, really possessive. And he's pointing out the fact that, like, she does too much. He's like, even with Rin, she has a lock put around his neck that he can't take off. And Nobu's like, oh no, that's just because, he's a Sid fan and, they just copied it. It's really not that deep. And he's like, but do you think it's that deep? Hold on. And so she's like, I kind of do think it's that deep, because she got a whole tattoo of this man, like, and not of Ren's face, but of a Ren flower. Again, putting claim on each other. And we'll do that in a whole nother episode where I have a YouTube video where I'm talking about how deep diving Ren and Nanao's relationship. And we talk about how their relationship mirrors that of Sid Vicious and his girlfriend Nancy's relationship from the Sex Pistols. I'll do that in another video because we getting off topic. I gotta get back on topic. But again, this is just to show how possessive Nanao is and how serious she is about it and how she puts claim on people. We know that the people that she puts claim on the most is Yasu, Nanake, and Rin. And when these people end up getting with other people, or like, for example, Rin choosing to be in Trapness, choosing to play for Reira instead of just her alone, she goes bonkers. Like, she starts unraveling. She feels abandoned. She feels like there's always somebody more important than herself to other people. Like, it's a lot, those wounds of her mom abandoning her to go be with a man. Like, that doesn't heal overnight, not even in 20 years, child. Like, they all need to go see that lady, and because they haven't, that's why that's why they still living with all this, and it's rough. So let's fast forward to when Takumi is telling Nanao that him and Nanake are getting married, okay? And this is why I said this is the scene where Nanake, or Hachiko, chooses her owner. Her new owner, we'll say, because we just went on a whole tangent of how Nanao considers herself like the owner of Nanake, of Hachiko. She feels like Nanake, or Hachiko, is like her dog, and she only wants her to be in her backyard where she can watch her, or, make sure she still has her claim on her. So in this scene where Takumi is telling Nanao that they're going to get married, look at Nanake. Nanake is not speaking. She's not making eye contact. She has her, she's letting Takumi speak for her. And of course, for Nanao, this is a lot to take in, because not only is he saying that they're getting married, Nanao just found out last night that Nanake was pregnant, and he's saying that she's going to be moving out soon, so you need to find a roommate. So Nanao was like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, dead ass, what's going on right now? And then to look at Nanake and just see her just not saying nothing, not looking at her or making eye contact, just let him speak for her. It's like, wait, do you really want this? Like, you're not speaking at all. Like, this is insane right now. Literally letting her quote unquote new owner speak for her. And so Nanao's like, isn't this too much too soon? Like, you haven't even said anything about the pregnancy. Now, mind you, in Nanake's defense, I'm like, okay, well, hold on, Nanao, because your ass was supposed to show up last night. And this is why I be saying we cannot deny the romantic undertones, overtones, if you will. Like, yes, some people, they just hate to admit the fact that Aizawa wrote, okay, a queer-coded character, because Nanao is very queer-coded. Okay, and understand this: if you read like Paradise Kiss from Aizawa, she does not stray away from LGBTQ plus characters. But some people just hate to see, like, hey, yeah, they are not just platonic friends. It just is what it is. I understand that friendship, pure friendship, or a platonic friendship is underrated, right? Some people were just like, you guys are always trying to make things about romance when it should just be friendship. Understand, the friendship is there. You cannot have the romantic undertones or overtones in Nana without the friendship, okay? No one's saying that there isn't friendship, okay? And their friendship is super important. But to deny Okay? Deny that they are not platonic is really silly. And this is why we have this podcast. We are reading in between the lines. We have to understand that this is old. This is an old piece of work. We could not have things like Arcane where we have two open bisexual or lesbian characters, and we get that kind of content. We wouldn't have that back in the day, right? This is just like Berserk, where it's like it's very clear how Miura even has said in an interview. He was like, I based like the writing of the relationships of like even between Guts and Griffith off of a boys love manga. Okay, so it was very clear that Griffith had feelings. He had other feelings too, right? Yes, he was, controlling, possessive, this, that, and that. Of course, he saw Guts as a tool, but he also had other feelings for him too. And that's why he act the way he act. Okay, when Guts left. Okay, that ain't no, he lost his best friend. A man can't grieve. God forbid a man grieve. No, he threw everything away. Like, there's a reason Guts became bigger to Griffith than his own damn dream. There's a reason Griffith is written and drawn more feminine in the scenes with Guts rather than in the scenes by himself. There's a reason for that. We have to have media literacy. We have to be able to read between the lines. But anyway, going back to Nana O, this is why I say you cannot ignore those romantic, overtones, I'm going to say, because Nana O is not able to show up as a good friend to Nana K because of those romantic feelings. That is why she could not be there that night. She could not. And this is why, some people were like, I just don't understand why she didn't go there that night. Like, if my best friend would have got pregnant and I would have found out like that, like, I would have been there. Of course, if you're platonic, if that's just your friend. Nana O was heartbroken. Like, hello? Like, of course, even the layer of, like, knowing that her mom abandoned her. So now she's probably feeling like now she's going to be abandoned. She was already feeling like she was going to be abandoned. Even the fact that Takumi was the one to call. Just to know that Takumi's in the picture and it could possibly be his child and he may forever be in the picture, that's a lot to take in. Especially when she was using Nobu to try to make that not happen. And then you got Nobu saying that he's always wrapped it up. So now you basically know that that's his child. You know that that's Takumi's child now. So now it's just like, again, everything's just unraveling. Everything, all that effort that she was trying to put it in to like kind of push Nobu and Nana K together, now it's just kind of falling apart. And now Takumi is taking another person that you deem close to you. And now she's feeling like somebody's going to choose a man over her again. Like, there's a lot of layers to this. But also, her heart's breaking because she has feelings for this girl. She admits that to Rin. Like, we read that in her inner monologue, right? Like, the smallest things that this girl does makes my heart move like a typhoon. Huh? That ain't no platonic friendship, honey. Telling Rin, like Rin being like, okay, so you want to sleep with Hachi? And she's like, no, it's not a sexual desire, but it's, it's strong and I'm trying to suppress it and just be there for her as a friend. It's romantic. It's not like, oh, I just want to F her. No, like I feel feelings for this girl and I'm supposed to just be her friend. And this is probably her first time feeling these feelings for a girl. I mean, this is a coming of age story, right? So we see both of the Nanas feeling these things for a girl that they haven't felt before. And how Nana K describes it is just like, oh, like, yeah, like Nana O would be my type if she was a guy. Or, oh, Nana O, you're more important than any guy to me. Or, yeah, like being with Nana O feels like I'm falling in love. Oh, okay. And for those people who are just like, oh, I've had friendships where I felt just like that. I'm like, honey, the closet is glass and it is okay. Be who you are. So anyway, yeah, Nana O, you didn't show up last night. So it gave Nana K the impression like, oh, you didn't want to hear this. She thinks you pissed as fuck with her. So yeah, you not being there, yeah, she's gonna go with the person that was there for her. And it's sad because Nobu was there, but again, I told y'all, his presence don't be mattering. Like, he's a pit stop, and it's so sad. It really is. But he is like a pit stop. Like, it was never about Nobu. He was just doing all the things that she wanted to feel in the time because Takumi wasn't giving her the attention that she wanted and that she felt that she needed, because she does require a lot of attention. And so with Nobu giving her all of that and saying all the right things and being like that knight in shining armor, she was just like, well, this is nice. But as soon as her man came back, you know, what'd she do? She hopped up in that car and left, even though she knew that Nobu would be the healthier choice overall. And so again, Nana O's just like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, what the fuck? Okay, so this is the defining moment right here, right? So when Takumi's like, okay, well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm gonna go now. And Nana K looks up, okay, out of her daze that she was in, just looking down, letting him speak. And then she looks up when he says that. And what does she do? She gets up out of her seat, does not make eye contact with Nana O, does not say anything. And she runs after him into the room like a dog. Literally follows after him. This is Nana K. This is Hachiko choosing her new owner. This is such a pivotal point in the story. And this is why we see them both crash out. We see Takumi and Nana O both crash out in this moment. And they do it differently, okay? Nana O's crash out is more internal. And we see that all throughout the manga. We see her unravel as the manga progresses. And we see her unravel as more and more people that she held close to her start making different connections and choosing things for themselves that doesn't necessarily include centering her, because now she feels abandoned. Now those abandonment wounds are being opened. And this is also when we see Takumi crash out, because even though he has her physically, even though Hachiko might have chosen him as her new owner physically, and her new caretaker physically, he sees that her loyalty is wavering. She does not have that complete loyalty that she might have had even when they first met, and that pisses him off. It's really that beef with Nobu that be pissing him off. Like, remember, Takumi went back to Nana K's apartment after he told her, oh, you're gonna be the first one I'm gonna see when I get back from, you know, whether they were on tour or what. And he lied. He literally forgot her name. It wasn't until Rin brought up Nana to Takumi again in the club, and he was like, oh, why does that sound familiar? Oh, yeah, I had slept with her the day after I met her. And Nobu threw a fit, okay, embarrassed him in front of everybody, and then Sheen threw a drink on him. And so it then became Takumi's beef to go ahead and now have a situationship with Nana K to prove that he's a better man than Nobu. It was an egotistic move. He didn't expect to get a whole baby out of this shit. Like, it was never supposed to be this deep. So to see her with Nobu anyway, after all of that, pisses him off. Also, trigger warning right now, because I'm about to show the essay scene panel. So if you need to scroll away, or just put the screen down, and be listening to this on YouTube. So going back to when Nana K follows Takumi into the room though, Nana O's on the outside, and she's just like, what are you doing? Stop acting like, you know, Takumi's little dog. And it's interesting that she says that, because she's able to see Nana K actually really acting like a dog, because it's not to her. Now she's seeing Nana K really follow this man into this room like a little dog. And that's been her and Nana O's and Nana K's dynamic. Other people can see it. Nana O, she knows it's there, but she likes it because she's in that dynamic. She was the owner, and it was, you know, all that praise and that love and that loyalty was going to her. And now she's lost that. And so now she has to, she kind of feels like how fucking Nobu felt in that scene that I showed earlier. When Nana O told Nobu, look, I was just using you to keep Nana K in my backyard. Okay, my little Hachiko in my backyard. And Nana K, you know, squeezed Nobu's arm and then just went right past him and went to her actual owner. And so now Nana O is feeling that same, like that same feeling of, damn, it's like that. But anyway, in this scene, so once they get to the room, right, Nana O is just like, damn, like she just outside just like, this shit is crazy. And Nana K and Takumi are in the room, and Takumi's like, you should get some rest, you should lay down, I know you were nauseous earlier. And she's like, no, you know, I feel better, I'll go pay a visit to the, you know, the real estate agencies and see if there's any suitable places for, you know, me to move into. And he's just like, oh, you anxious? Like, you ready to play newlyweds already? And Nana K's like, no, it's you know, it's just you're so busy, so I can do that. And you know, Takumi's so blunt. He like, oh, or is it because you're too embarrassed to face Nana? She has such a strong friendship with Nobu. Like, he's like, I don't blame you for feeling uncomfortable. At this point, he's pointing out that she has a strong friendship. Nana-O has a strong friendship with Nobu because he doesn't understand that Nana-O is in love with her. He's going to see that after those cups break, right? So, he's like, yeah, she's obviously mad. And Nana Case knows this, and she doesn't really want to face that, which is another reason why she just let Takumi talk for her and didn't make eye contact with Nana-O either, because she just doesn't, she's too embarrassed. She feels ashamed. She doesn't want to face that. And so this is that first essay scene, right? And I say essay because it's obvious that Nana K keeps saying no, like she doesn't want to do this, what if you hurt the baby? Like, of course you can't hurt the baby. So whether Nana K actually believes this or not, it doesn't matter, because she could be saying this just genuinely because she's actually scared. Like, I don't want to do this right now, and I'm saying no, and you keep advancing, so I'm gonna use the baby as an excuse, and you still don't care. Like, that's scary as hell. And then she's like, well, but Nana-O's already angry. And so then he lashes out, and he's like, the person you need to worry about getting angry is me. And again, this scene is so scary because it's like you genuinely see the fear in Nana K's eyes, because she's just like, oh, like, again, Takumi keeps things so cool, calm, and collected on the outside to where she would not know. Okay, and this is another way how Nana-O and Takumi parallel, because they always seem cool, calm, and collected on the outside. Like, Nana-O always comes off as independent, badass, like, oh, I don't need these men, like, F these men, like, I got it, all that kind of stuff. Like, she's a hard shell, but on the inside, she's extremely, vulnerable, like, she's extremely emotional, and they both lash out in different ways, right? Takumi does the same thing, to where he had a hard childhood as well. And again, please do not think that me analyzing his character is me justifying the essay. Please don't do that. Again, this is Between the Lines podcast. We need to have media literacy, and we need to not twist up words. Please understand that analyzing a character does not mean you're justifying what they're doing. But anyway, he had a tough childhood as well, to where he bottles a lot of feelings inside as well, just like Nana-O. And then, so on the outside, on the regular basis, he just seems like a machine, always working and worrying and managing things, and just seems like, cool, calm, and collected. But really, he's really emotional, actually. He's not a sociopath, like some people in the fandom like to say. Oh, he's just a sociopath. He doesn't feel any feelings. He's just a sadist. No, that's not the case at all. But he is emotional. He's very much human. And we see it peak out when he lashes out. And unfortunately, when he lashes out, it's the times that we see the most, it's when he's essaying Nana K. We do also see him lash out in his backstory, when he's like breaking windows and stuff like that. But again, in his adult life, when we see him lash out, it's when he's essaying Nana K. Like, he takes it out sexually on her as a way to, again, dominate, control, just, again, enforces dominance so that he doesn't feel small, okay? Because let's be real, that's what it's really about. Oh, I can't stand the idea of you being close with another man. He's pissed off about Nobu. That's what it really is about. And I hate that this is something that we see all the time, of women being the collateral damage because of the relationship between men, or the rivalry between men, or whatever the fuck between men. It's always about men. This is a patriarchal society. It's always about fucking men. And so Nana K is the collateral damage, because Takumi got with Nana K, not initially because of Nobu. Initially, it was just like, oh, okay, cool. She's a fan. She's cute. Okay, whatever. Why not? It's easy, cool, whatever. But with him going back to her after the club was because of Nobu, and it was to get back at him. So for her to end up with him anyway, and for her to be sleeping with him and all that kind of stuff, and for her to kind of like play in Takumi's face, because again, he's like, you didn't tell me nothing about this dude. You didn't tell me that you wanted to stop sleeping with me. You didn't tell me nothing. And then you just end up with Nobu anyway. Like, he felt emasculated. He felt small. Okay, so that's what it really is. So when he feels small, when he felt emasculated, when he felt written out, because we're going to talk about that, that's a reoccurring wound for him, stemming back from his childhood, his backstory. He felt written out of the equation, like things were just carrying on without him, right? Now he's pissed. He lashes out, and we see it when those two times where we see him essay Nana K. And he's just like, you don't need to worry about anything. The only thing you need to worry about is making me happy. So that's what it always comes back to with Takumi. Like, it's interesting because Nobu seems like he's, to Nana-O, like, not a threat, but to Takumi, he is a threat, actually. Like Noble's a threat to Takumi's position in Nanake's life. And so while this is happening, Nana O's on the outside and she can hear the bed spring squeaking. Okay, so she knows what's going on, but she doesn't really know what's going on because let's be real, if Nana O knew that Takumi was forcing himself on Nanake and that Nanake was not with it and it was not consensual and she didn't want to do that and she had said no, Nana O would be busting down that motherfucking dough. She would raise hell. And so it's just so unfortunate that this is literally happening on the other side of the wall and she just doesn't really understand what's going on. Like, she's literally going insane right now because for her, it's like the disrespect is crazy. Like, the disrespect is so real. You didn't talk to me. You didn't look my way. You just got up and followed him and now you're having sex with him. That's what it seems like to her. And for Nana O, this is like the first time she's seeing that facade cracking. Like, she's seeing Nana K as something other than just, an innocent airhead girl, an innocent little puppy dog that can do no wrong. She's like, that infantilization is kind of like, clearing up a little bit because now she's able to see her like, hold on, she said that I was more important than any boyfriend. She's a liar. She said, she told me she was deeply in love with Nobu. She's a traitor. Like, liar, traitor, like that idea of Nana K is breaking, it's cracking. And so this is why those strawberry glass cups breaking is so vital, okay? Because literally while Nana K is getting SA'd, right? And while Nana O's idea of Nana K is shattering, one of the glass cups rolls off the table because Nana O bangs on the table because she's frustrated, right? She was like, the least you could do is say something, right? You didn't even say anything to me. You just talking about find a roommate, this, that, and the third, right? So she bangs her hand on the table and one of the glass cups breaks and falls, right? And it's just like, whoa. Because it flashes back to where Nana K's like, I want it to be a pair, right? If Nana doesn't like it, there's no point. Like, these cups symbolize them. It symbolizes their friendship and the love that they have for each other. They have to be a pair. That's the thing. They have to be a pair. You can't have one without the other. And that's how they view their friendship and their relationship. This is why, again, Hachiko, Nana K, choosing somebody else, it's like an ending to this pair. Now, does it have to be an ending to the pair? No, of course not. But again, for Nana O, this is different because this is not just a friend to her. And this is triggering all of the abandonment issues. And so, when that first glass shatters, Nana O's remembering that how like precious these glass cups are to not only her, but to Nana K as well. So much so to where Nana K didn't even want to use the cups. She just wanted to have them to symbolize their relationship, to symbolize them, right? And the love that they have for each other, to the point where Nana O was like, if you don't use them, they lose their value. And Nana K was like, okay, well, you can use them, just please be careful. Because, if one of these gets shattered, like, it's just, again, it's sad to see a pair separated. It's sad to see a pair torn apart. And that's initially what's happening right now. Like, Takumi's literally like that crack now in between them, what's tearing them apart. And then with the glass breaking, that's symbolizing that. But also, to me, that first glass symbolizes Nana K, right? Because it's as if Nana K is the one leaving the pair. Also, in this moment, Nana K is being sexually assaulted, right? And that's like a loss of innocence in itself, right? And also, Nana O's idea of Nana K, that pure, putting her on a pedestal idea similar to Nobu, is being shattered as well, just like how the glass is shattering. And so when the glass shatters, one of the pieces scratches Nana O's face. And I just feel like, for me, it's showing that, Nana K's, the shattering of Nana K, the leaving of one of the pairs from the, the leaving of one person from the pair, okay, is hurting Nana O. Like, this is hurting Nana O. And like, it's not just hurting Nana K, it's hurting Nana O. And so we see Nana O like freaking out. Like, she's like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I did not mean to do that at all. And she knows what these cups symbolize. And she knows how Nana K feels about these cups. And she knows that Nana K does not want these cups to be separated or broken apart. And so Nana O takes the other cup, which is, to me, symbolizes herself. and she drops the cup and cracks it and breaks it. And Nana O in her head says, beautiful, perfectly stacked together, no need to be sad anymore, because they're stacked together, broken, shattered in pieces together. And again, this is so important, okay? Because with Nana O breaking the other glass, she's essentially just being like, okay, this relationship, this friendship is never going to be the same, okay? Which it wasn't. It wasn't. Nothing was ever the same after this moment. This was a pivot in the manga for sure. And we know the bond has been like shattered now, right? Would I say that they didn't have any bond at all after this? No, but it was definitely shattered. And I feel like it also just symbolized that everything that was done in this moment, okay, their whole interaction, the conversation between Nana O and Takumi, Nana K just watching and not saying anything and following Takumi to the room, the sexual assault, everything, the baby, the pregnancy, nothing was ever the same. Just like with these cups, once they were shattered and broken, even if somebody would be able to glue these pieces back together, it is never going to be the same. You crack glass, it will not be the same anymore. It just won't. Just like if you break someone's trust, right? Or like, again, just this whole friendship dynamic, it was just never the same. And it also just shows, like, again, like a common theme of like these wounds, like when how people say, time heals it all, time heals all, where really it's like, to be more accurate, time just allows you to deal with things better and live with things better. That wound is still there, but life does keep going on, and it did even for these two as well. And I hate that when Nana K came out and she saw the broken glass, she had no context. I mean, not context, but like she didn't know what really happened. So it just looked like, after she went to the room with Takumi and she chose Takumi, Nana O broke the glasses as it being like, F this friendship, F this relationship, F everything, F you, F him, F that baby. Like when Nana K comes out the room and she sees the glass on the ground, like she falls to her knees. Like she is so devastated because, again, that's a statement. Because she does not have any context of like what actually happened. So to her, she's like, damn, Nana O really don't fuck with me no more. Like I fucked up. Like, damn. That's why Nana K was kind of like moving in the sense of like, damn, I guess it has to be either Takumi or Nana O. It has to be either Trapnest or Blast. I have to choose between this two. I can't really go back and forth. On top of the whole Nobu situation, because that, you need to give Nobu some damn time before you start coming around. But it's just like, it seemed like Nana O was like, fuck this shit. Fuck you. Fuck this shit. Fuck that baby. Fuck your man. Fuck everything. Right? And there was no communication because after this, Nana O just didn't communicate. She didn't come home for like days. Was it like a week? I forget how long it was. It was a long time, no communication. And so to Nana K, she's just like, damn, she really done with me. Well, so she writes her a little love letter and she moves the fuck out. But it's sad because it's like, again, Nana K, she was there. She was at that apartment all by herself, waiting to hear back from Nana O. And she just doesn't come, to the point where that's, no message sometimes is a message. That no message is a message. And so this is why, Nana K thinks that Nana O hates her. And this sadly reinforces that, idea of hers that, oh, if people saw the real me, they wouldn't like me, they would hate me. Even though it's like, okay, Nana K, in this situation, it's not necessarily that they saw the real you, it's the fact that you was being messy. That's what it was. The fact that you was being messy. I feel like things could have slid a little bit if you would have been more clear. Like if you actually followed the directions that Nobu gave you of like, come in things with him, actually end things with him. Okay. Let's actually communicate. And then come back to me when you no longer have feelings for him. Okay. You didn't do either one. Right. Because imagine if she didn't have feelings for Takumi. Imagine if she would have actually let her feelings settle, like Nobu said. Imagine if she actually, ended things with Takumi. But at the same time, Takumi got money. So even if she did end things with him and no longer had feelings with him, and then she hopped into a situation with Nobu. Now here's the thing. If hypothetically, if she actually did wait, she probably would have found out she was pregnant before she even got with Nobu. But we also know Nana K, she moves really fast. To fill that void. So even if she did communicate with Takumi, and moved on with Nobu, it probably would have been so fast still. And she just moves fast. She's not gonna let no feeling settle. That just is what it is. So yeah, I don't think it would have worked. But let's say if she didn't move as fast and she actually let her feelings settle and she actually did end things with Takumi, and she just kind of sat with herself and waited for her to not, be so hurt over, not dealing with him anymore and not having feelings for him anymore. She would have found out she was pregnant first, and then she could have moved accordingly, right? And she probably wouldn't have even gotten Noble involved. Like, yeah, she would have known that Noble liked her, but she wouldn't have gotten Noble involved, or she could have came to Noble with the information first. It didn't have to be as messy as it was. Because again, the whole reason that Takumi pulled up on her in the first place was because, again, that was their arrangement. They had a very transactional relationship to where it was like, okay, well, when I'm free off of work, I'm gonna pull up on you, and we gonna do what we do, and that's what it is. But if she would have ended things with him, he would have never pulled up like that. So this didn't have to be as messy. And so I hate that, again, how messy it was. It reinforces to Nana K that, oh, when people see the real me, they hate me. And it's like, no, it's that wasn't what it is. It's the messiness, right? And let's be real, it's the messiness, and it's the fact that you put up a facade in the first place rather than just letting her get to know you, the unhealed version of you, because she's not healed either. And so this is one of those situations where I say that Nana K is her own worst enemy, and she is. Like, she is quite literally always in her own way. And this is not blaming her for getting essayed. I gotta say that because I know there's gonna be some people on here listening that aren't thinkers for real, and they're gonna also try to twist your words. And there's probably gonna be like people who are like Nana K apologists on there listening. They're like, what? No, this is not blaming her for getting essayed. Absolutely not. But for just the situation and how it came about, it's Nana K was in her own way, right? Because her self-esteem is low, imposter syndrome, she doesn't love herself, all that stuff, being groomed at a young age, alter her brain chemistry, like all of it, okay? Because I'm like, this situation didn't have to happen like this. But yes, this is a perfect example of, like, how Takumi and Nana O crashed out when Hachiko chose her new owner, and also understanding that they both don't have her undying unwavering loyalty, because although Takumi had the physical, Nana O, Nana O still had her heart, if that makes sense. And so yeah, whole lot of child. This, I know I went on some tangents, but you know how we do it. We go on those tangents, we bring it right back to, we wrap it all up with a nice little bow, okay?